There we go. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. Yes, yeah, yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Somehow my mic was off. Now, okay, yeah. So now what I'm talking about is LiAngelo Ball. Okay, thanks, brother. I'm talking about LiAngelo Ball and how LiAngelo Ball is very much versed in basketball than the other individuals that he's playing with in summer league. And what a lot of people need to understand is that when he played in Lithuania, he was playing with adult men. So here's a young man who was scoring the ball at 30 and 40 points, 20 points a game. He was scoring against grown men. So coming to the States in this summer league program, he's basically playing against kids. So that's why it's not like he's taking advantage of it or capitalizing on it. What he's actually doing something that's making himself great. Hey, good looking out, man. Thank you for the chat, brother. We really appreciate it. So what he's actually doing, he's doing something to make himself great. And what is that? He's actually playing the game as he knows how to. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Oh, LaMelo's doing this. No one's paying attention. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, LiAngelo. LiAngelo is simply doing what he was birthed and born to do. He's playing the game. And he's far above most of these rookies, a lot of these rookies, because he's been doing it a long time. They don't call you the sniper for no reason. You don't lead a country in high school against the teams like Mater Dei, Artesia, all these different schools unless you are a real threat with the basketball. Somewhere along the line, again, thank you, Court, for the super chat. Somewhere along the line, Charlotte picked up some information and found out that they have an asset and not a liability. Hear me good. If Charlotte does not sign him, there's other scouts whose heads were rolling who's going to do their best to go back to their teams and tell them we messed up and we missed out. We need to get him back. Let me see what Cork said. A lot of Jello news today. Hornets love him. They're saying it. Wow. See, I didn't even see that, man. I got to go check it out because that's the reality. That's the and people. What you think he make it for the G League? Now, to be honest with you, man, I think that he's going to come on up and play with the big boys. See, what nobody's telling you is he's scrimmaging with his brother, Miles Bridges, and all those cats. So he's ready for the game. Him playing the game is nothing. But here's what they will have to do to make things look right. They will have to give him a two-way contract. All right, send him to the G League just for a minute, just to make it look right. And then what they do is bring him up. Because if you got rid of all those players just because you knew you had a diamond in the rough with him, wow, that would be rough, brother. It would be very rough, very rough. Yep, Melo and him might look different. Yep, you got it, man. You got it, 100%. And the thing is, he can play off ball or he can play on ball. And if you see people say, "Oh, he's slow," no, he's not. He was just getting in transition. He was getting himself there, like he said, to feel the game. So when he goes up and down that court, he's up and down it quick, fast, and a hurry. And that's what people have to understand. He's ready to play the game, bar none. He's ready. And what tonight, I cannot wait. ESPN2, he's going to be on nationally televised TV. Oh my goodness. Tonight is going to be a barn burner. And if people don't watch tonight's game, they really don't understand what this kid is all about. But again, what did he do? When he came back to the JBA, led it in scoring. That's what he does. Wherever he is, if he has enough touches, he's going to lead them in scoring. That's what I feel. They need to start him tonight. They have to. They have to showcase him. But on the same hand, I think what they're doing is this, man. I think they don't want to showcase him too much or show other teams too much because if someone comes with a greater offer, then they lose him because he's an unrestricted free agent. Don't forget that. So they don't want to give too much. So there's just only giving him enough to get reps in. Because, like I said, I feel he's on the team. But remember this: they made too many off-season acquisitions and certain things that would look suspect. You got rid of what's his name? You got rid of the point guard. You let him go. You got rid of both your centers. You got rid of both. You got rid of the twins. That's 5 players off one team. 5 players. So that says that LiAngelo Ball had already caught their eye and there was something in the making. That wouldn't look good to the NBA front office. So what they should do is give him a 2-way contract, start him in the G League for a couple of games, and then bring him back up. And it looks better. It looks 100% better because I know what they did. For example, Book Knight is not ready. I'm sorry. And now watch this. You have not given Vernon Carey and Richardson enough looks in these 5 and 6 games. So they're not ready. So you still have a complete roster in the G League ready to play. But LiAngelo, out of all those G League possibilities, he's the one that's ready right now. And trust me, if I'm looking at this and you're looking at this and other people are saying it and they're looking at this young man has been the top scorer everywhere he's played. And as we see, just like LaMelo, he can play defense. He can play defense. And that's the thing that's exciting about it because when he gets on the floor, you think he's just standing in the corner. No, when there's a shot taken, he heads straight to the basket for the offensive rebound. And he gets him and he puts him back. Man, I'm telling you, this guy is awesome, Court. None of these draft picks look really no IQ to play. You're right. You're right. No, I don't, to be honest with you, I know they have to make somebody shine, but I don't even like Book Knight, man. I'm sorry, I don't. Jello look best. Doesn't do too much to play his role perfect, 100%. Because he's calm, man. He's relaxed. Why? Because this is what the Ball brothers do. They've been doing it since AAU ball. This is what they do. Not just them, all those around them. If you watch those young men, one of them plays for Atlanta. Smooth, relax, just plays within himself. And then if you watch the other kid, Eli, that plays now at what school is that? Loyola Marymount, who played with the Ball brothers at Chino Hills. He's relaxed. He plays smooth. LeVar, people say that, well, he's overbearing. No. LeVar put something in his children, man, to where you can't create a game to spook them or make them play beyond what they're not. They play within the floor of their game, which becomes infectious to where everybody else does the same thing. Watch this. LaMelo, everyone hangs around him. Now, since Jello is making shots, look what the team's doing around Jello. Everybody wants to be around him. Book Night, oh yeah, that's my boy. Man, I like Kai Jones, but you're right. He's a force machine, right? No IQ at all. They miss Jello. Come on, man, talk to me. Now, if you wanted somebody to just slam the ball, that's fine. But Miles Bridges is more than someone who's just a highlight dunk machine. Miles Bridges can shoot the 3. He can defend. He can score down low. He's everything. And that's what these cats are going to have to learn in the G League. I hear a lot of announcers saying they're ready now. No, they're not. If they can't win one game in Summer League and the other teams look like pro teams and they're struggling, Houston, we have a problem. We don't have a takeoff. We thought we did, but we don't. And that's a reality. So guess what? LaMelo still needs the right pieces. And I believe the piece that they got from Golden State, that will be one to solidify what he does with that passing game. And what I see is they're trying to recreate Spire Institute, which when LaMelo was at Spire, they just dominated. Oak Hill didn't even want to play him. Oak Hill came out and said, well, he played professionally before. That's unfair. We don't want to play LaMelo. Well, no, he's still a kid like you are. It's just that their father refined their game as they were growing up. So all they know is basketball without stress. Isn't it something if we could go through life and do what we do without stress? These young men don't play the game under stress. Watch this. Book Knight is supposed to be the great guy, right? But every time he comes in the game, he's in duress. That's why he turns the ball over so much. He's under duress. That's why he can't make shots. Why? Because he's just not ready yet. And it's going to take time. Where you see Jello, okay, I'm going to throw up. Man, I didn't hit nothing. No problem. I'll get it the next time. And that's when your father has taught you to understand the game. None of it bothers you. None of it. And when you see these rookies coming in, what's up, Rodriguez? When you see these rookies coming in, they don't get it because they have not been brought up like that. Everybody now wants a big shoe deal, wants this, wants that. Hey, Melo didn't need that. He said, I don't spend my NBA money. What does that tell you? I'm already here. I'm already done. I'm already good. I'm already great. So the owner says, Melo, MJ, buy this next to me. Buy this $10 million home. I'm gonna see what you really got. And if you don't spend NBA money, guess what Melo did? Oh, Mike, I bought that $10 million home next to you, man. Oh, I also invested in that same company that you're with the new headphone deal. A whole different breed of player. So when you can go, people think LaMelo is just goofy and plays too much. No, he's relaxed. Exactly. Book night is nowhere near ready. And that's what scares me, man. I put the link in the room if anybody want to come in. Just let me just hop on in. We put you in. Book night scares me. And I'm telling you, it's because I know he's not a one. I know he's a two. But even as a two, he does not know and understand how to spread the floor. Even as a shooting guard, you must understand it is still your job to make the rotation of the ball conducive to where you get the best shot. Because I'm the two, don't mean I'll shoot the ball all the time. I still have to have the ball within rotation. The ball cannot be in my hands more than 5 seconds. I'm like, some of these cats went to the best colleges, yet they don't know the basics of the game. When Jello comes in, I don't got a shot. Pass the ball. Okay, now I'm not going to shoot. I'm going to go to the rebound for an offensive rebound to put my team back in position of still scoring. That's an athlete. That's a basketball player. Like Cord said, his IQ is off the chain. These other cats are not there, and that's what scares me. Exact, and you're right. You're right. That's right. And that's what he said. I'm going to win Rookie of the Year. LaMelo never said that when he came into the league. He just came and played. He never said, I'm going to be Rookie of the Month. He never said, I'm going to win that award in the ESPYs. He just played. So when you come in with that type of aura or that attitude within your language, you're going to fail because failure met you based on your conversation because you were not humble. Be humble. Let's see what Cork said. Cork said, think him and Mello going to fit to the real they might have to package him. Right. ISO too much. Right. 100%. And here's the thing. I used to coach high school football here in California. I started with the freshman program because my son came in as a freshman. He called me one day, say, Dad, because our Pop Warner team won everything for years. We were just dominant. He said, Dad, they don't know what we're doing. Can you come up here and offensive coordinate? My son was a quarterback. I said, sure, son. Let me go apply for the CIF and let me get all that done. And then we apply for the position. So they hired me, right? Meet with the varsity coach. The varsity coach says this, Robert Johnson, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. We understand your son is a quarterback. He plays. But what I need you to understand, you don't run any other offense but my offense. Okay, no problem. We ran his offense, dominated teams, but he lost. I said that to say this. If the Summer League team is running Borrego's offense, and they're going to run the same offense during the season, and they're losing with these cats, none of them outside of Jello are ready for the league. I'm sorry. I've seen this before. Unless the coach is that horrible. None of them are ready. He's not even going to get the minutes from JB to win Rookie of the Year. They trying to develop LaMelo still and trying to win. Facts. 100% facts. He won't get it. It won't happen. Facts. That's a good and that's the thing. Remember when LaMelo came in? What Graham was the man. And JB did not even play LaMelo. LaMelo had to earn that starting position. And he had to outplay Devontae Graham. Come on, man. Y'all talk 100% facts. And that's what this kid doesn't understand. He came in with high expectations, and he must understand college is not like a professional team. LaMelo played professional when he was 15 years old in Lithuania and then went to Australia and played professional. knew what it was to get banged by grown men. None of these summer league cats have got banged by a professional NBA player, and he says he's going to win Rookie of the Year. Oh man, y'all better come on. You better get with it. And the thing is, for me, why is the summer league media making him out to be the man? Do you guys know? If you do, help me in the comment section, because I want to know, why are they making Book Knight to be the man and not LiAngelo? You know, we're now new media is doing it for LiAngelo, but this old media stuff is making Book Knight to be this amazing cat. Maybe that's why his head is on a swivel and swelling. I don't know, but he's just he can shoot, but he's an NBA shooter. No, not at all, not at all. He has to be wide open to drop a shot. People were running straight into LiAngelo's face, and he was just dropping it like it was no deal. Like that half court shot he made, he was already turning around and running back, and the ball was going through the net. Wow, Green, yeah, might win. They're good. Facts, facts. You're right, 100%. We got here the LeBron and Curry. Book Knight is a waste of a pick, 100%. Thank you for saying that. It's because he's dropped 40 in college. Exactly, man. And I say myself that the Hornet scouts are horrible. And I know Mitch goes himself. Because remember, when they went to see LaMelo, they didn't think LaMelo was all that. That's what they said. Even MJ said this. Watch, MJ said we never thought he was going to be this good this fast. So their scouting from ownership management is horrible. So why they would go after that kid when they need help, and then Plumlee as the center? Come on, man. If you want to win with LaMelo Ball, and if you want to win now, you better duplicate Spire Institute. That's the only way it's going to happen. And if you don't duplicate Spire, you can't have half a Spire and another piece of Spire. We saw what happened in Australia. It didn't work because your boy Boone couldn't catch the ball. Moody was a better pick. Yes, 100%. 100%. And again, when you don't have individuals who can scout potential of players correctly, these are mistakes you're going to make. See, and here's the thing. Don't ever forget that they have Jermaine Jackson in LaMelo's corner on the sideline telling them what they need to do, because he was LaMelo's coach at Spire. At Spire, they dominated everybody. They were like a college academy team, just whooping teams without issue, no problem. They were having fun most of the time. So we see in Australia that somewhere along the line, they had the influence of JJ. Now when I'm looking at the Charlotte Hornets, the same influence is back. Watch this. Now I know everyone paid attention to this. During the course of the season, all right, JB was up in Graham's tail like that was his boy. That's why I'm a boy toy. I'm going to leave it right there. Everything was Devontae Graham, Tay-Tay, Tay-Bay. Everything was Tay-Bay, right? Now, Graham is gone. And when I'm looking at these Summer Leagues games, the first game that I saw, guess who was sitting under LaMelo Ball? The coach, JB. JB was sitting under LaMelo Ball, which tells me no rookie or anyone else is going to come and do what LaMelo did, because now since Tay-Bay is gone, LaMelo is the man. And guess what? JB is not paying attention to you because he wants to take what he has now and win. Who's one of our moderators? And what's up, Nine? Come on, man, because JB, that's right. Hey, he said JB is coaching to win. Coach of the year. Come on, Nine, talk good, man. So Book Knight, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know who lied to him, because when I read that comment about I'm coming into the NBA to win Rookie of the Year and all that, I'm like, oh, okay. It didn't went to his head what LaMelo did. He thought he's LaMelo. Watch this. If my boy Edwards could win Rookie of the Year, and my boy over at Sacramento couldn't win Rookie of the Year, how's he think he's going to come in with less competition and win it? That means it's going to be tougher. You're going to have to do some things that are out of this world to win that spot. And right now, what he did, watch this, As guys, I don't know if you paid attention, but guys and ladies, but at some points during the games, he wasn't just playing the two; he was playing the one or the two. And even when he was playing the two, he was turning the ball over and freezing Jello out, telling me that, oh, I'm the man, I got to score. Nah, you don't want that around you. Right. He he has zero shot of winning rookie of the year. 100%. What's lower than zero? Negative zero? Oh. All right, Teresa. Yes. All right. So guess what? 100%. He doesn't have a chance of winning. He can think he does, but he doesn't. He can keep trying, but he doesn't. Yeah, he can't. He'll never play the one. And they said he was going to back LaMelo up. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. He'll never back LaMelo up. It can't happen. It won't happen. His ball handles are not good enough. They need to go get him some of them gloves you put on to practice with. Let me stop. Let me stop. Exactly. See, and this is how I look at it. You got Book Knight to back Mello. That's not going to work. So he's not going to even work backing Terry. Now coming off the bench to back Gordon, and even if Gordon gets hurt, is Jello. I think that's the only fit that they have. In my opinion, I think that's the only fit that they have. Without what's going on, big man? Without that, I don't see it happening. I don't. I just don't see it happening. Because again, Book Knight, yes. No. See, and that's the thing. You drafted him for what? What was the reason? I'm putting the link in the room if anybody want to pull up. Yeah, so what was the reason? What was the purpose? Yep, and that's what I saw the first game. The whole team was freezing out LaMelo. And I'm like, oh, I mean, LiAngelo. And the reason I keep saying LaMelo, because those are the same things that happened to him when he first started playing with Charlotte, freezing him out. Gordon Hay, and that's the one I want to see. Gordon Hayward wouldn't even give him the ball. So I want to see what's going to happen now between Gordon Hayward and LaMelo. Remember, Gordon Hayward was a turnover machine with this offense they run. I can't stand that offense. Why? Because we're going to see the same thing if they take the ball out of LaMelo's head. Of course, said Terry ain't play with him with that freezing out. Facts. Facts. These kids are scary. These kids are different. 100%. And this is what old media doesn't understand. In order to have a true boy who becomes a man, you got to have a LeVar Ball. I'm sorry. And LeVar showed people, he showed old media, you thought that I was doing something to my sons that disrespectful. But no, let me see what this comment saying. Drum Geek said. Hayward is a ball stopper. Facts. 100%. Facts. It ain't going to work. Watch this. Now, what LeVar said, when you remember when LaMelo slapped the guy in Lithuania, Jello ran over there, and then they got into the locker room, and LeVar, hey, what's going on now? And then they got into the locker room, and LeVar went off on LaMelo. LaMelo had his head down, and then LeVar came out a year later and said, "Man, y'all crazy. I would never talk or talk to my sons like that. I had to do that because we were on TV, and you guys bought into it." What you think about that, Nine?
No, I wanted to backtrack a little bit.
Go ahead.
Okay, the only reason I want to backtrack is Book Knight is not going to win Rookie of the Year, not because of his play, it's going to be because of his usage rate. So I don't want nobody to say, oh, he can't play, that's why he's not going to win Rookie of the Year. No, he's not going to have a high usage rate like the rest of the rookies who are on bad teams, and that's the reason he don't have a shot. So I just want to clear it up so people don't look at it, oh, he can't win it because he suck. And that's not the case. It's just he's not going to have a high usage rate.
Well, I understand that line, and I agree with you somewhat. But the kid is not ready for this, and you have to be ready for the league before you can win the league's Rookie of the Year. He might win the G League something, but he can't win the NBA Rookies of the Year. And it's not because his usage rate, it's because he's just not ready. See what you did on the college level? Everybody in NBA is at that level. And see, that's the difference between LaMelo, LiAngelo, and Lonzo. Now, Lonzo had to fix a couple of things, but their dad already had them at that point. Nobody talks about that game between Zion and LaMelo. LaMelo scored 34 and Zion scored 36. So Zion is the NBA all pro, all this and that, but LaMelo was a year behind. So people should have automatically knew if that is the case. When LaMelo shows up, guess what he's going to do? Hey, what's up, Big Mike? Go ahead, big man.
Hey man, thanks for having me on your platform, man. I was listening to, I was reacting to Lamont's video the other day about the Kevin Samuels and all the Yo Mama and the boss lady stuff, and I said, who is this Big J guy? I said let me go on the timeline and type in this dude. I said let me go over here. I like your take so much, man. I wish he was on my platform and everybody else too. Your takes is just out this world, man. That Your Mama and Boss Lady, they kept deflecting and not answering questions, talking down on black men, talking about how this person and that person is not attractive. But when I searched up Boss Lady, man, oh my God, bro, I wouldn't date her if you paid me to, bro. And Your Mama, bro, she's saying a lot of crazy shit that she contradicts herself when she says us black men or the only responsibility for women having kids and all this stuff, bro. Women play a part too because they can always say no. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? They can always turn it down, but at the same time, women know that look, if I have a kid with you, now I can lie on you and get child support on you and get money
Facts.
off of you. So
Facts.
for them to say that bullshit, that was nonsense. Then on top of that, you're gonna talk about, oh well, he's raising his voice. Well, he's this and that. Okay, well, why you didn't check boss lady? Why you ain't check her? You want to check everybody else? Then on top of that, when every man that asked her a question between you, Anti, Bees, South, and Sal, every man that asked her a question, she want to act like she can't hear nothing. But as soon as boss lady's talking, oh, now all of a sudden I can hear now. All of a sudden I can comprehend now. Then on top of that, you want to call out other people who you don't even know. How you gonna say Tiffany and Cool B not attractive? You never seen them before.
It's
You
all
know what I'm
proper.
saying?
It's all propaganda, Big Mike. That's why I feel if you're gonna grow, you're gonna do what's right. I'm not gonna play the propaganda game. I'm just gonna come on here and tell the facts, tell the truth, let the chips fall where they may, and we gonna do what we do. Feel me?
I
What you
definitely say,
Yeah?
huh?
What you think about this LiAngelo Ball situation, man?
Oh man, I don't. Me personally, a lot of folks are gonna hate what I'm about to say. But in my opinion, I don't think he's gonna be that good at all. I think he's gonna be a guy to ride the bench and just get paid right on the bench. I don't see him doing nothing in the NBA because he's shown that he gets in trouble, stuff like that. The one thing on the Mellows, they shown they can stay out of trouble. LiAngelo Ball, he's a dude that stays in trouble. He's a hothead. He does things that's gonna hurt his image. But if he gets into the league, hey, he better be on his best behavior and he better ball out. But from what I see from the guy, I mean, he looks okay, but he's not playing again. He's not playing in the NBA. I mean, playing in the G League, playing in the summer leagues and all that. It's not the same thing as the playing against actual athletes who play in the NBA, like a going against a guard like Kyrie Irving, going against guys that play your position in the NBA. So I'm gonna give him a shot, but me personally, I don't like a team that I don't think that he should get signed nowhere. But at the same time, I'm gonna give him. I mean, he looks okay, but I don't think he's a NBA material in my opinion. A lot of folks might hate that, but I
I
don't think
I,
I don't think he's NBA ready. Uh,
I got a question for you because you said a lot of things that got to do with character. How did you come up with that logic about character? Is it media? You talking through stuff you heard through the media, or you're bringing some kind of logic to back up what you're saying, because I don't get it how somebody stole the glasses one time and all of a sudden his character could be assassinated.
Hey, hey, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this, man. The thing that you just told me on, you just did the exact same thing, and I'm explaining you. I'm not even talking about what happened in China. What I'm talking about is you have to actually you have to actually follow the Ball's whatever you call it, the LeVar Ball family. You have to actually follow them to actually know what this what this guy does regular basis. He's not a dude that's like for example, they used to have a whole bunch of shows with the LeVar Ball family. You got Lonzo, you got LaMelo, LiAngelo, you got the mom, you got the dad. Bro, I used to watch all those shows, and from what I've seen, LiAngelo Ball does not seem like a dude that's gonna stay out of trouble. And not only that, his game ain't it don't look too like for example, when Lonzo Ball wasn't in the NBA, he was balling. Like Lonzo Ball and LaMelo, those two, they look like NBA prospects even before the NBA. LaMelo Ball, Lonzo Ball, NBA prospects, not only in high school but also college. LiAngelo Ball, he's struggling. He see that's the biggest reason to why I say I don't believe he's an NBA prospect. He's
But
struggling to get
but
in. So that's
how
just me.
how come it's like everybody's watching color TV and you're watching black and white TV. You're coming up with this logic. Even the logic
But I also
you
brought up what else did I bring up, bro?
hold
What else did I
hold on,
bring up, bro?
hold on. Let me get my point
Don't
across. You know,
don't say half what I said, bro.
we
Don't
got
say
to
half
take
what I said, bro.
we have to take turns talking. You know, when a TV show,
You gonna put my words in half, okay?
a reality show is reality to the public, but a reality show is stuff that goes on behind the scenes to make this the the show juicy. And then we,
Is
the
he still there?
consumer, take it like it's 100% reality, but it's not 100% reality. So I can't watch that show and then base my logic off what I seen on that show. And now you're saying how he's struggling, this. He looks like the best player on the court, the most prepared player on the court. So I just don't understand how you're coming up with this logic.
Hey, he's gone, man. It just happens like that sometimes, and that's why I put the link in the room so you can pull up because, man, we're different than everybody else. And the reason I say pull up, man, because you guys have great points. When it comes to somebody that you don't agree with, sometimes you have to tell them vocally what it is you don't agree with because them to themselves, they're in the world of their own and they hear what they hear. So sometimes we're able to dialogue. I'm cool with it, man. If we're able to dialogue, then what that dialogue does, it creates a narrative. See, everybody has an opinion, everybody has a point, and we have to be able to listen to that. I just want to know how he seems like a troublemaker because he made one mistake. Did you hear that, Mike?
Hey, look. I also look. Y'all got shit, man. Y'all guys are only bringing up half of what I said. Y'all only bringing up half of what I said. This is why I cut him out the
But but
first time.
but what if half of what you said is defeating your whole logic? And that's why
How is it? How is it
we
defeating?
have to get clarification. That's why
How is
we're
it
asking for.
defeating? Hey, let me
Hey,
clarify this
let
real
him
quick.
talk, big man. Let him talk. He heard you. Let him talk.
Who we talking about?
Nine. Let nine talk. Go ahead, nine.
All we're doing, we're not saying you
Wow.
right or wrong, but if you could clarify it and justify it, then maybe we could see your point. But right now, you got us all in
You
limbo.
sound
You're
emotional,
wondering
bro. You
what
sound emotional.
that.
Okay, let him talk, nine. Let him talk, nine.
Hey, look. See, look. I'm exposed to show like this. Anybody that gets in their feelings over somebody having an opinion, bro, that's sad, bro. That's what's wrong with today's world is that everybody getting their feelings when somebody has an opinion. bro, I'm not hating on LiAngelo. I'm not hating on nobody. I don't hate on players. LiAngelo Ball, he might prove me wrong. But I'm just saying, bro, y'all act like dudes can't have an opinion, bro. It's an
But
opinion.
hold
It's
on,
not
hold.
like it ain't like I said it. It ain't like I say he was straight garbage. It ain't like
Yeah,
I say he was a straight bum. Y'all
hold,
sitting here. You hold
hold,
on, bro.
Hold
You're
on,
in your
nine, hold on.
feelings. This bro's in his feelings because I said an opinion, bro. And then on top of that, you only said half what I said, bro. I also brought up the man is struggling to get into the NBA. I just watched his two brothers get into the league with no fucking problem. I just watched Lonzo walk into the league. I just watched what's the name? LaMelo Ball walk into the league. LiAngelo Ball is struggling, bro. He's struggling to get into the league. And to the guy in the chat that said I'm struggling to talk, well, guess what? You ain't gonna say it in my face. I don't care. I can care less.
Yeah, but
But back to the
that's
point.
irrelevant. Big Mike, that's irrelevant. Let me deal with it for a minute. Here's the reality. And I'm not gonna bring up my college and all that stuff, but it does matter because I listen to a lot of people say, "Man, we don't need that," blah blah blah. But it does matter when you look at LiAngelo Ball. There's something wrong, but it's not something wrong negatively. When you have two sons and you have one son who is quiet and an introvert who maybe might be an empath, then he does not fit in the genre of cussing people out, tripping, and all that other stuff. But when it comes to the times to when he needs to step up and rise on the court, he does. When it came to the time of him defending his brother, he does. When you look at animals in the wilderness, most animals pick on the weakest animal to attack, especially separate them from the herd. When it comes to LiAngelo Ball and his dad, because they could not separate Lonzo and LaMelo, so they went after the weakest one. How did they know he was the weakest one? He stole a doggone pair of glasses that separated him from them two and made the narrative of old media say, you know what? We got him. Just like on the water boy, he looked up and down the line looking for the one he could pick on. So when you look at this dad who the NBA and no one else wanted in, they could not touch him. They could not touch Lonzo. They could not touch LaMelo. So who is the one that they're going to go after? The one that made one mistake. That was all. He made one mistake. And guess what they said? There's the one. We're going to ISO him. We ain't going to let him in. We're going to make him the black sheep. Blah, 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 blah. And what they did was this, man. They took it out on him to get to the dad. But what I like about LeVar Ball, he said, nigga, what? And what LeVar did, he got back and said, well, I found another way. What my boy Lee Mello did, he just created an opportunity for you, Jello. Keep your head clean. Now go over here to Charlotte and play in their summer league. I'm going to wear my hat to say, I told you so. And when you start balling, let them know who and what you are. Walk off the court like you the man. And that's why now everyone is talking about LiAngelo Ball. I don't want to talk about the past. Let's talk about now. Les Brown say, let the past go so we can grow. As of right now, the man is killing it. As of right now, he's balling. So he shows. And if you look in his eyes sometimes, he's distant, which means he's different from his brothers. Even the coach said it. He's quiet. He's reserved. He don't say too much. Whereas LaMelo's different. Every parent knows you all have different kids. And that was the kid that the media chose to pick on.
Okay, let me jump in, Big J. First of all, even your logic of struggling is incorrect. Struggling is if a person keeps getting cut. Struggling is not being afforded the opportunity. That's something different. Also, when I speak, emotion has nothing to do with this. This is about facts and logic and supporting argument. You haven't produced any supporting argument to your opinion, and that's why it's like, what is this guy looking at? Struggling. If I'm struggling, everywhere I go, I'm getting cut. OKC liked them, but COVID hit. That's what destroyed that opportunity. Detroit, he didn't have an opportunity. How do you equate not being afforded something to struggling? I just don't get the logic.
Because he does have a point, Nine, and let me tell you what his point is right. Even LiAngelo said it in one of his interviews. He said, man, I can make it if me and my brothers are really together. Do we have to learn and understand that there are mental health issues in this world? But if you don't know how to diagnose and what it looks like, you'll never know. That brother is strong with his brothers, man. There's some
But
people who grow up. Hold, let me say this. There's some people who grow up in the hood, and in the what? No, watch this. Look at his makeup and his background of his family. Granddaddy them ain't no slouches. They straight hood. Daddy's from the straight hood. But then there's some kids that just don't have that hood in them. And when people see that's not in you like that, yet we know it is, because when you mess with one of his brothers, he's coming after you. So
but
so what am I saying? Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, but Big J, this is my take. LeVar know what happened, how the media tried to crush him, you know? So now he like, man, with all this negativity going around, now LaMelo or Lonzo is going to be his key to getting in. It's not because of his play. It's because what the media has done to turn the
Facts.
world.
Facts.
So I can't equate circumstances to struggling. You have to give me evidence of struggling, and it's not enough evidence out there to say struggling.
But again, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and we all think differently. That's what makes the world amazing. If I thought like you, it would be boring. If we all thought like each other, it would be boring. We can agree to disagree. And my disagreement was that when it came to LiAngelo Ball, because he was the weaker of the brothers, watch this, man. When you know this, when you in the street, man, dudes be saying they hard or whatever, but they looking for the dude they can knock out. They ain't looking for the dude who's going to knock them out, go back. And it's just like that in life, bro. It's like that in life.
Yeah,
Everybody's looking. Watch this. And I'll give you a great example. There were a lot of number one picks out of high school, but who's the one that they picked on? And you could see it in his eyes.
Yeah,
Kwame Brown.
But according to your own logic, LiAngelo would always be the first one picked because he was the one who's knocking people out. Just by your own logic.
No. That's not what I said. What I said was this. When LaMelo got into an altercation, his brother showed up with him. And when LiAngelo did the interview, he said, if I can just play with my brothers, nobody can stop us. What I'm saying is sometimes we have to look at the total man and the complete package of man, and to understand, even everyone says he's quiet, he's reserved, he doesn't say too much. But then when he practiced with the varsity team with his brother and them and Miles Bridges, they say he's all over the place. So I have a son and a daughter, right? My son is totally different from my daughter. Night and day. My son don't care. He gonna let you out. He gonna give you the business. Night and day. So what I'm saying is this young man is different. Watch this, and let me tell you why. He's very influential. So now his father has to keep him so much quiet. He didn't need them glasses, bro. He was trying to fit in with a group of young men, and because he was trying to fit in, he stole some stupid glasses. Are we not getting it? He didn't need to fit in. He didn't need the glasses. He was trying to fit in. Have you ever met a person who just wants to fit in? I'm not with my brother, so I'll do anything to fit in? Man, we're missing it.
Now I'm trying to give the other guy a chance to defend his.
And look. I'm a young guy, okay? So what I'm finna do right now I'm finna expose this stuff even more. Now, going off of all the yelling and all the emotion, let me tell you something. The one thing I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna now look, when I say this, don't think I'm calling you this. I'm not calling nobody a woman. Okay? I'm just saying us men cannot act like women and get in our feelings about somebody having an opinion, bro. My thing is this: if I don't agree with you, I can agree to disagree. I don't have to raise my voice. I don't have to go all out crazy. Like for example, I don't agree with you, but guess what? I'm agree to disagree. I don't have to call you out, call you this, say that, say this, do that. I ain't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that feminist type energy. Now, I'm not calling you one. I'm just saying I don't do that type of stuff. My thing is, if I don't agree with something, like for example, Big J said he said a few things I don't agree with. Both of you have. But guess what? I'm going to agree to disagree. You know why? Because it's freedom of speech. Everybody has their own opinions, bro. We can't sit here and get all emotional, get our panties in a bunch. You got dudes calling you this, calling you that. No, it's not necessary, bro. We're having a debate about LiAngelo Ball, right? So there's no need for us to get our panties in a bunch.
Oh,
if LiAngelo Ball proves me wrong and he gets into the league and he's balling out, okay, now I got to shut up. But I'm just saying we have to stop getting in our
but
feelings and just
but
learn to disagree
this
because there's freedom of speech for a reason.
This
this is
is
the thing.
hold on now, hold on now. This is YouTube, big man. It's YouTube. We no, this is not real, bruh. And first of
Yeah,
all, man, we as men don't wear panties. All right,
yeah.
somebody, I don't know if brothers in here got your girls' panties on, take them off.
Hold on.
Hold on now, hold on. So this is YouTube, bruh. You don't take anything serious on YouTube. It's not real, man. This is the internet. Everyone can disguise who they are. We don't. I might be sitting here in a wheelchair unless I stand up. You never know. No, I'm not though. But what I'm saying, it's not real. So when a person has their opinion is wide open. They can cut you out. They can talk about you. They can say whatever one they want to say. And if you don't want to deal with it, then you know what they say. Don't let the good Lord split you. So,
Yeah,
but the good thing is, we're all in the same place with the same understanding that we're trying to get somewhere. And the narrative is LiAngelo Ball. Now, if a brother come in and say, "Man, you full of it," that's your emotions to get upset behind it, and you can't, man. So if you're a young cat, I'm telling you something at 58. Somebody here call me Fat J, whatever, man. I don't care. I could care less. I ain't gonna say, man, you wouldn't say that, man, if we met. Because that's not even a reality. So we going back to that. It's not the reality. The reality is either I love or not love. Either I like the dialogue or I don't. If I don't, then I'm out. If I do, I'm staying.
look, I haven't said one disparaging remarks. All I'm asking for is logic. I can speak firmly and unapologetically. That doesn't mean I'm emotional. This has nothing to do with emotion. This has to do with facts, logics, and supporting argument. You know, all that emotion and stuff like that, I don't even understand what that means. You know, just because somebody speaks firmly, then now you're going to equal it to this. I just don't get it. I don't understand that emotional stuff because this ain't about emotion. This is about proving your point. And you haven't given any type of evidence to prove your point, and we're just asking for the evidence.
Good one.
Okay, all
And
right.
right there, I'll call that feminist energy. Anybody that gets emotional over somebody having an opinion, that's called feminist energy, bro.
This has nothing to do with emotions. You know, your mind, right now, your
What are you
mind is
doing
so
now? What are you doing right now,
emotions.
sir? Sir, what are you
You're
doing right now? You're
you're looking
yelling,
through
you're in your
emotional
feelings, you're
lens,
all over the place.
and your emotional lens is showing that you're the actual one in emotions.
Why, hold on. Hey, bro, can you lower your voice, bro? Do you gotta yell, bro? Calm down. Is he your, here's what I'm get Big J. This dude is yelling like he's his son. Is he your son, bro?
Hey, man, he just has an opinion. Everybody has an opinion, man, because I tell you again, it's not real. It's not real. And we're gonna get off this topic, man, and go back to LiAngelo Ball. Because you know what? You made some points maybe that a lot of our Caucasian brothers and sisters feel. So I want to deal with those points, man, because the reality, I'm gonna say it again, man, and I'm gonna use my own child. My daughter was about to go to USC. She ended up doing something with somebody in our family. She got in trouble. She had no need to get in trouble, but she was someone else, so she was following along. We have to understand, man, that the human brain, because you're 20 years old, has not completely developed. For everyone, it has not completely developed. Some of you have never probably want to be a follower, so you don't understand what I'm saying. But if you have had that type of child or other individuals like that, that's what they do. But that doesn't make LiAngelo Ball a bad person. He made a stupid mistake. Like his granddaddy, like his father said, he has millions of dollars right now and has never played an NBA game. Come on, let's be real. So that means he was a part of a team and a part of something. And the way he was raised, I got my brother's back no matter what. We've seen that. So then what does he do? He makes a simple mistake that the world and other people wanted to dog him out about. But his daddy is such a man with no panties on that he went up against the president, went up against China and said, let my son go. for some glasses. If we're going to talk about anything, I think we should talk about LeVar Ball being man enough to put three boys in the situation to where they don't have to steal, to where they don't have to rob. And from a social economic perspective, his boys are in a great place and they can be example to our sons. I think that's what we should look at. That's my opinion. Now, what these other brothers call you and what they say, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I believe everybody's entitled, just like you're entitled. They're entitled to their opinions, and I'm not gonna cut them off and stop, like I'm not doing you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but Big J, I can't let somebody get away with being completely wrong and then want it to be portrayed on the audience like it's facts.
So why?
If,
Hold on,
if
hold on, bro. Hold on.
give
I'm
your
about to expose
supporting
you.
argument
Hold up,
to
bro.
support the facts.
Hold on, bro. I'm gonna expose you again. Why is there? So if you're so mad about if you're so mad about me having an opinion, they should take away the freedom of speech amendment. Take this shit
You
away. They
you
should take
keep
away the
saying
freedom of speech. They should take away the freedom of speech amendment. If I can't have an opinion,
when-
take away that
It's
amendment of
not an
freedom of
amendment.
speech.
It's not an amendment. It's a constitutional
Whatever,
right.
I
whatever it is, whatever. Hey, Big J, whatever. Hey, Big J, you get my
Uh,
drift though. You get
yeah, I
my
just
drift.
wanted to. There's some people in the room might not understand, so I was just bringing that to fruition.
Thanks for
hold on, Big J.
Big J. I'm kind of young, bro. So I'm glad you came in and kind of fixed that. I appreciate that, bro.
No problem, man.
Big J.
But
I'm
why is
only
there freedom of
asking.
speech? Hold on, bro. Why is there freedom of speech? If I can't have part of having freedom of speech is speaking your mind, having your opinion, and you're sitting here emotional about me having an opinion. You're acting like I bashed the dude. I ain't say he was trash. I ain't say he was this or that. I
Facts.
didn't call him any names. I kept it strictly basketball. I didn't take it to his family. I didn't talk about his skin color. I didn't talk about his hair. I kept it strictly basketball and I kept it professional. You acting like I told the dude, oh well he's this or he's that. I'm keeping it strictly I'm keeping it strictly basketball. I'm keeping it level headed. I've already said this time and time again. I agree to disagree, bro.
But
We don't have to get our opinions in a bunch.
nobody has ever tried to shut down your opinion. I welcome the opinion, but I say give your support and arguments. And you cannot give the support and arguments, so you want to run to
This
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 emotional
guy's a
and
feminist. This guy's a feminist.
But what
give
we can't,
your support and
what we can't
argument.
do, hold on now. What we can't do, we can't call somebody something that we don't know. Again, this is not real. This is not the internet. I'm never going to call a person out to a fight, and I know I'm not going to get a chance to throw blows. Neither will he. So what I'm
Yep.
saying is let's keep it as real 100% as we can. And the reality is, man, LiAngelo Ball, since we're on this topic now, has done nothing wrong. He's actually the epitome of the summer league. And that's being said by those same individuals that talked about him and called him a thief. I know UCLA is basically vomiting right now to watch this young man play because he can ball. He can ball. Like he said, I just need time to get acclimated with others outside of my brother. He has game. And now you see the team coming to him. That's a reality. So that's what I want to talk about. Forget glasses. Forget the ball in the family. The boys got their own mansions. They don't live at home anymore. So let's talk about the reality. What is the reality? The here and now.
The reality is, I've seen enough to know that he's good enough to play in the NBA because he provides a service that's lacking for maybe 75% of the teams in the NBA. Everyone
Facts.
wants a good shooter who can shoot under pressure, get open, knock it down, not do too much that's out of their capability. Just catch the ball and shoot the damn ball, and that's what's and
And I'm gonna expose this again. And I'm gonna expose this again. The thing that he has left out time and time again. I'm gonna give you a prime example. When a player, if a player proves you wrong and you're still talking down, well, wait, I ain't gonna say it like that. I'm gonna say it like this. When Lonzo, look, I'm a big LA fan. When Lonzo Ball first got drafted to the Lakers, I was like, this guy is no good. He's this, he's that. Now, Lonzo Ball has proved me wrong. He's fixed his jump shot, he's fixed his form, and he's gotten so much better with the jump shot, his moves, stuff like that. So now what am I doing? I'm giving Lonzo his props. Even though he left LA, I get him in his props. He improved his game. Same thing. I used to always hate Brandon Ingram because when Brandon Ingram first came in, he didn't look too good to me. But he went to the Pelicans. He's balling out. I'm giving him his credit. If you show me you belong in the NBA and I'm still hating on you, well, quote unquote hating, then what am I doing? But all I'm saying is this: if LiAngelo Ball proves he's an NBA player, I will come back and I will tell everybody, look, hey, I was wrong.
Okay,
Because
let me
that's
say
how
this. Let me say this. Hold on, big man. If I can show you that right now, would you say you're wrong?
you gotta, bro, not summer league. I'm talking about you
No,
in the
no, no, no,
NBA.
no,
You want
no,
an
no.
NBA contract.
If I can show you right now that, and he will be on any team he wants to be on from here on out. But if
I'm
I can
not
show
talking
you,
summer league.
no,
I'm not
no,
talking
but
summer league.
forget summer league. That was just exposure to something. Their father and their family exposed them to the NBA, who are now drooling over him. So if I can show you, he's always had game. If I can show you, he's always had game. Will you apologize?
Show me on the NBA level. Show me on the
Okay.
NBA contract.
No,
I
hold
don't
on.
want to
Let's.
see summer league. Summer league don't count. No,
So we don't want to
you got
talk
to sign that.
basketball.
You got to sign that contract. You got to sign that contract and prove to me you're an NBA player. Lonzo Ball has proved he's an NBA player. He's in the NBA shooting damn near 40% from three. His passing skills are out this world. He was in the NBA putting the clamps on dudes. You got LaMelo Ball out here giving everybody buckets and their mama.
But let me
So
ask you a
you
question,
got to
man. Let me
get,
ask you a question.
huh?
Where did that?
Hey,
Hold on, nine. Hold on. Where did that start for Lamelo? For Lamelo at?
LaMelo Ball,
Where did it
bro.
start for him at?
He got to the league so easy. That shit was
No,
like
but
that. That shit was
my
easy,
question
though.
is, where did he start it at? Because he started the same place LiAngelo started at.
Man, he didn't have none of the problems what's the name got
No,
Langelo.
no, hold on. LiAngelo didn't have no problems when he and Lamelo were together. So that's my. I'm trying to
Man,
let you know.
Now we're sliding. Hey, you know what? Hey, look. Once again, Big J, I'm gonna do you the same way I did him. I'm gonna agree to disagree. I'm
oh,
not. I'm not gonna argue.
No, no,
I
hold
got.
on, nine. We're not arguing, sir. I'm just asking questions, and you could ask me
I,
questions.
I'm
Because
not.
hold
I'm
on,
not.
let me
I'm not
finish. Let me
arguing.
finish.
That's
If
your
I
opinion.
can't
I'm not
answer,
arguing.
if I can't answer the questions, then I shouldn't be on the platform because people are listening to us, and it matters. It's relevant. Would you agree or you disagree? So then, if we're on the platform and I ask you a
So
question,
basically,
you
so
should be able to
basically,
answer that question.
So basically, you're gonna force me. You're gonna force me to answer the question. I just answered the question, bro, and you keep telling me you disagree. So we agree. We just disagree
Uh,
then.
Hold
I
on, nine. Hold on, nine. Hold on. I never said I disagree with anything. I only asked a
Said
simple
you.
question.
You said if I
The
can prove. You just said, bro. You just said if I can prove that he's a belong on the NBA level, bro. Prove what? Who's he playing against? Who are the
Okay,
guys he's playing
I
against?
got off of that because you made a valid point. You said he's not in the NBA, or so he's in the summer. So I got off of that point. There's no way
Oh,
I'm going to push that. And hold on, there's no way I'm going to push a narrative that you might have said is correct. Then I'm man enough to leave it alone. But then after that, I had a question, and I just want to ask you a simple question. That's
okay,
it.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Where did LiAngelo and Lamelo start together in pro basketball?
I believe so.
Where at?
Now I don't watch them guys like that. Now I don't watch them like that. I do watch them, but not like that.
So how can you make a decision about one and not the other?
Here's what I'm saying, bro. One's in the NBA, one's not. That's the difference. LaMelo Ball's
hold on.
already proved he could be in the league, bro.
I
What's going on,
I
FYF?
Hey,
I
what
got
up?
some.
Oh no,
I
hold on,
got some.
but hold on. And I want to give him because I know he's on FYF's channel a lot, so I want to give him the opportunity to say something because what I was saying is this: once we're on the panel, we have to be able to discuss and be knowledgeable of what we're talking about. So those listening, they go to FYF, they come to Big J, they come to our channels because we are supposed to provide information. So when we provide information, let's give it to them. My only question was, has LaMelo and LiAngelo played pro ball together? So because you're talking a lot about LaMelo, but
I
when it
just
comes
said I believe. I just said, Big J. If you were listening, I just said I believe so. They started at the same time on the pro level. But what I'm saying to you is one of them dudes are in the NBA, and one of them dudes are not in the NBA. LaMelo Ball's already proved he's the NBA player. He's shown that already. As a matter of fact, he almost led his team to the playoffs as an 8 seed. LiAngelo Ball ain't in the NBA yet, so he ain't proved he's an NBA player. Summer League
oh,
don't count.
Okay.
I'm not counting that.
hold on.
Oh,
So go ahead. I want to hear what I want to. I'm gonna come back to you now. I ain't forgot you. Go ahead, FYF. Where's he right at?
because I even feel like my speculation, my prediction is that LiAngelo can be a good NBA player, and that but at the end of the day, it is speculation. We're basing it off of things that or tendencies that we're seeing against lesser competition. And even with LaMelo, when LaMelo played pro overseas and they're fairly decent over there in Australia. Um, there were a lot of doubts. People still didn't because playing in Australia is not the NBA. So even coming out of Australia, even though he played pro, and there were a lot of players who played pro going into the draft, there's still major doubts as to if you can actually do it until you get into the NBA and then actually prove it. And so what LaMelo did was he simply just proved it because these draft picks, it's all speculation and scouting, and you're hoping that you strike gold. And Charlotte
Facts.
Hornets struck gold, but again, Go Mike is right in the sense that he's right to say that his opinion is that you don't know what you have in LiAngelo until you see him on an NBA court going against NBA level talent. And that's essentially true because he's not an NBA player yet, still. He hasn't played against NBA level competition yet in his career. So he didn't see that in Lithuania or wherever he played overseas. He hasn't seen it in the JVA. He's put up big numbers, but it's never been against NBA level talent. So we still got to wait and see what he can do in an NBA game. I believe his skills will translate.
Facts. Same
But
thing. And I think my own thing, I'm gonna let you talk now. My own thing was there were a lot of things being thrown words wise, and I'm not against Mike, not at all, but it was a lot of people took certain things personal. So and that's why I said when we come in these rooms, it's just opinion. And sometimes we want to debate things that we're not familiar with. That's all I was saying. So let's be
mm-hmm.
cognitive about what we're saying so we don't lead people down the wrong path. And because I don't know how to debate that stuff like FYF and them do. But I go on his channel because I go there to learn. What I don't know, I'm quiet about. And I don't believe I'm judged for that. Go ahead, Nine. I'm sorry.
yeah, okay. He said Lonzo now is a better player. I have to disagree. Lonzo hasn't shown he's a better player. He have shown he's a better shooter, but he hasn't been
Mm-hmm.
able to facilitate and run a team. So how can you come to the conclusion that just because he shoots better now he's a better player?
Better than who?
You made a statement that he's a better player,
Who?
and
No,
when
no,
you
no,
find
no. Who are we comparing him to?
no, you said he's a
I
better
I
player.
can answer
I
that.
no, I'm
Go
just
ahead,
saying he's a
FYI.
better
I
player.
can answer
He's
that
a better shooter.
because shooting in the NBA. Here's the thing: we've seen players. For example, if we look at a player like Jason Kidd, it took him almost 10 years to get over the mental hurdle of being able to shoot in the NBA. We still watch Ben Simmons struggle mentally with taking shots and making shots in the NBA. For Lonzo Ball to struggle as much as he has from the free throw line and the 3-point line, and then come out the next year and improve so drastically, that tells you right there he's taking a mental leap and the game is slowing down for him. And whenever a player can show that sign so quickly, that's a good indication that that player has vastly improved because the game is starting to slow down. He's starting to calm down because shooting in the NBA
But
is not all these guys can shoot, but shooting in front of the crowd with all the pressure, with all the expectations, and making that shot is much different. So the fact that he made that mental leap tells you he's a much better player because there's no question about his playmaking ability. That's always been there. Even though they moved him off ball last year, we saw all the lobs. We saw what he could do. We saw that he can run an offense, especially on the break. So I believe he definitely showed he vastly improved. It wasn't just his shooting. It was his leadership. It was his passing. It was his turnover ratio. There's so many things you looked at. His defense even got better to me. So I believe he improved across the board.
Has he gotten enough opportunity? You know, we really haven't even seen him run the point guard position. So better shooting, yes, but better player is everything in totality. I can't jump out there and say
who are you comparing Lonzo to?
I'm not comparing him to nobody, but based on what he's done, he's improved more than just his shooting. He has.
Who's
That's
he
not true.
Lonzo to?
I don't think he's comparing him to nobody. I'm just saying it's not true that he only improved in his shooting. He improved turnover ratio, a more composed player, a better leader. I mean, there's things that you can visually see that don't really appear on the stat sheet. You can see this man is a different player. And the Bulls saw that. Not just the Bulls saw it. I mean, just look at how many teams were willing to offer him $20 million a season.
Well, we have to what we got to look at is that Lonzo was always there. The Lakers would have never drafted him if the potential and the game ability was not there. His plus minus is still above most players. Jello's plus minus is above all the Summer League players, which just basically means when he's on the floor, they play better. Am I right, Lamont?
That's true. I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that they all have that. LaMelo, Lonzo, LiAngelo, they have intangibles that are taught by their dad. All I was saying when we come on the panel, we have to make sure that we're bridging the gap because if not, this is not real. I'm going to say it again. People find peace on YouTube. People find other things. Everybody comes for a different reason, but it can never be personal. It can never be, and we can never lash out at people personal. Now, if that's what your site or your channel does, then cool, yeah. But other than that, I'm not going to call a man out in a fight or whatever else. We're in probably two different states. There's no reality. I'm older. I'm not going to get my blood pressure up behind a disagreement. That's all I'm saying, gentlemen.
No, you're right about that. Yeah, you don't want to get too caught up in it. But yeah, with LiAngelo, my prediction is that he's be good. But Go Mike is going to be right now because the thing he asked Go Mike to provide verifiable facts. The thing is, we're actually the ones making the speculation that he could potentially be good. So the onus is actually on us to provide Go Mike.
Facts. I agree. And that's why I said.
Oh, sorry, y'all. But how you gonna say? But the thing is, Lonzo. Look. I ain't gotta look at stats or how he plays. Lonzo Ball is in the NBA. That alone makes him better than LiAngelo Ball.
Yeah,
he playing against NBA talent. Lonzo playing against NBA talent. Guys like Pat Bev, guys like Kawhi, LeBron, real talent. So Lonzo, that alone makes him better than LiAngelo. That alone.
Oh, okay. I call you back with that. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So, and again, man, it's just, hey, I think it was an amazing show because the reality, if we can't all have our opinions and say what we want, then it's not real. It's really not real. And I think what bridges the gap is when we all can dialogue and each other's opinions are valued, whether we be wrong or right. And we come to a medium to say, you know what, man, that might be some possibilities there. But hey, like I say, debate, FYF, they're good at that. I'm learning. So, but what I do, I want to bring content that's conducive and to where I'm factual. So let me make my presentation then, Mike. My presentation is this, big man, is that when I look at LiAngelo Ball in high school, you have to also look that they had LaMelo Ball, watch this, going in the top 20s in the draft. He was not even selected in the top 10 of his high school class. All right. So then when I look at LaMelo, he comes out of school. He goes to Lithuania. His dad pulls he and his brother out. LaMelo sitting on the bench is not really even playing. But LiAngelo is over there lighting their league up. All right. Then they come back and dad creates the JBL. And the JBL, yeah, he's a little bit older than everybody else, but he's lighting it up there again. Then he's supposed to go to UCLA, and the glasses situation happened. They were very down on him at UCLA,
Yeah.
and again, for me, this is my understanding. When he's separated from his brothers, for some reason, there is a struggle. And I said that earlier. For some reason, there is a struggle. He even said it in his interview. But when I'm with my brothers, there's something different. Nobody can beat us. He rose up when he was talking, like, man, I know. Then in high school, he was the number one scorer I think in the state. I don't know about the nation, but he was number one. And they made great schools like Modern Day and some other schools. So when I look at his game and I'm watching him in the summer league, the only way he wouldn't get a chance in the NBA if they're going to blackball him again because of his dad. That's my opinion.
And
Any,
and yet, Big J, you're still proving my point. Until LiAngelo Ball is signed to an NBA contract and he's proven he's an NBA talent, I'm gonna keep my stance on him that I don't think he's an NBA player until he proves to me he can get in there and ball out, and do what he got to do. But
so
until
when
then, I'm gonna hold my stance.
okay, but when he does make it, if he does make it, you said you're going to come and apologize, right?
If he does make it, I will not be like the black Skip Bayless. I will come. Look, you can ask for mine. I always come back and I make my adjustments.
That's true.
Facts. And that's all. That's all I'm asking, big man. If he makes it, just hey, I was wrong. It's nothing. That's how we
I'm
grow,
not
man. That's how
afraid to
we
say
become
that
big.
though, Big J. I ain't
That's what
afraid
I'm
to say
talking
that.
about, man. That's what I respect that. I respect that. But sometimes we have to realize again that we're all not the same. We're all on this panel on this channel, trying to get somewhere together. And if we kill each other off by our words, then we'll never come to a medium without with understanding. And sometimes some people are sitting here right now and they'll DM me later, say, "Man, y'all was so confusing. I don't even know what the heck was said." You feel me? So sometimes, and I agree with Lamont says, let's give the position of stats, understanding, and truth. So because a lot of people sitting in the chat don't want to come on the panel, that does not mean they're not informed. Because most of the people here are informed. They just choose not to get on the panel. Nine was one of those. He would never come on. Yet he was very informational. So what I'm saying is we have to all be cognitive of each other. Go ahead, Nine.
No, 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 no. Like I say, I've never want to contain anybody' opinion. I just want supporting the argument to go with the opinion so we can come up with an understanding because it's not only us on the panel talking. A lot of people are listening and trying to come up with that same conclusion also, you know?
All right, Lamont, anybody else?
Hey, look,
No,
hey,
y'all,
look, hey,
y'all
look,
right. Y'all right.
hey,
But
look. The
I
one
think
thing, hey,
no,
look,
go
the one
ahead.
thing that I learned, from FYF is that you have to get out. Yeah, his slogan is always extra feelings, and you have to let dudes have their opinion. I mean that's what I'm learning how to do because my channel didn't start growing until I started letting guys have their opinion. When I started letting people have their opinion, and when I stopped being so emotional, my channel started to grow up. But to all the people who think that I'm just a hater of LaMelo Ball, and no, not I'm LaMelo, I mean LiAngelo. I'm not a hater. I'm a dude that if you prove me wrong, I ain't gonna turn to Black Skip Bayless. I'm gonna come back and say, look, my ad was wrong. Okay, I ain't gonna sit here and cap. If you prove something, I can't argue it. Like for example, if LiAngelo Ball was in the NBA on a contract and he was balling, and I was saying that he's this, he's that. Now that's hating. That would be straight hating. If I'm
Facts.
saying something and it's straight and it's straight craziness, like for example, if LaMelo Ball was not in the league and I was sitting here saying, "Oh, he's better than Lonzo," I'll be crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't no hater, and Lamont knows that, man. I give all the players their credit, man.
That's true.
Yeah,
I look at it like
go ahead, go
I'm
ahead.
I was saying I look at it like if this were Vegas odds and Vegas put odds on each of our predictions, Goat Mike would have the best ratio because at the end of the day, the odds favor what Goat Mike is saying. We haven't seen LiAngelo in an NBA uniform under NBA contract, putting up at least 10 points a game or whatever you want to see him from, or whatever, 40% from the three in an NBA uniform. So if there was odds placed on all of our predictions, well, Mike would probably have the strongest odds right now because he's coming from a stance of he hasn't done it yet at that level, which is the strongest stance. We are all coming from a stance that we hope he can do it at that level based on what we've seen against lesser competition. I mean, I put up 45 points in a high school game. That didn't even guarantee me a starting spot in D1. As a walk-on, that didn't even get me a scholarship. So, I mean, there is levels to it. NBA is a different beast. And LiAngelo showed me slightly that he can overcome the mental hurdle, which is the biggest hurdle in the NBA. Because he's come out in this summer league, he's played extremely composed. And what I like with him, what I think is the strongest case, is that he's still doing all of the intangibles, even when his team isn't. Because it's so easy to get discouraged as a basketball player, especially as a shooter, when you're not getting touches and you're wide open. Because I was a shooter, and it's so frustrating when you're open and guys are playing selfishly because of their own agendas to get into the league themselves. And so that's hard to continue to sprint to your spot and be shot ready, even though you probably won't get the ball from both night because he's still a young guard trying to figure out the point guard position. Or even with Kai Jones, who I saw miss a lot of dump off or kick out passes to LiAngelo that could have been open. It's hard to continuously stay active, sprinting up the court every time, knowing you probably won't get the ball. So when I look at it, I think that's his strongest case because he's still active even when the team around him isn't playing to a high level. So I think he can easily, but even that position, even my position is not as strong as Go Mike's because Go Mike is coming from a position that he hasn't done it before. So, I mean, if we're looking at odds, Go Mike really has the strongest case right now.
And that's facts.
Okay. Hold on. Let me jump in. If it's based on, if he articulated it with your logic, there would never be an argument. The argument is the way he said it. Now you have to come with the argument, which we were asking for an argument to support what he said, and he could never deliver it. That's where the disagreement came in, is because he wouldn't articulate and say, hey, this is where I'm coming from. He want to jump to emotional this, emotional that. And I just stand firm on give us the supporting argument to back up what you said so everybody can understand.
The reality is that with Go Mike's argument, he's saying my argument can't be proven until I see him play. So it really ends there. That's why I say he has the strongest case because he's coming from a point of not knowing. That's why I say if we were all betting on this, Go Mike would have the strongest odds to win the bet right now. Because it'd be different if we've seen him play again. Like it'd be different if we saw him maybe get off the bench in Detroit and actually do the same thing that he was doing now, or if he, if we've seen him play against NBA level competition somewhere and he did the same thing, but we haven't. There's nothing that we've never seen him do this against NBA level talent.
No, it was a little bit more detailed than that, and that's why we were asking for clarification. If it was just like you said it, then yes, but he said some stuff about personality and TV shows and stuff like that, and wait, we need some clarification now because you're bringing up
hold on, let me say this. One thing that he said that I have to go back and I have to admit, he said I'm young, number one. Number two is we have to be cognitive that he said he just started his own channel. So when you're coming on YouTube, if you've never done this or you're looking for influences, everybody on YouTube basically debates. And there's personal attacks which are not personal. Did I say that right? And that's part of the quorum or the dialogue that goes on. And I think he's finding himself. I'm not talking for you, Mike. I think he's finding himself at this, that he's trying to go to that level. That's why I never cut him down or chopped to him. And I say everybody entitled to their own opinion because we're all, not me, I'm older, I'm almost 60. People are trying to figure out where they belong on this channel thing. And sometimes we say things that We really don't know what we're saying, but we're trying to fit them into the proper places, yet we don't put them there. Does that make sense, Nine?
Yeah, but my only point was articulate your point so we can come to an understanding.
Right.
And that never provided. That's all I've been saying all the time. It's not that you're wrong, this, but you said some stuff that needs clarification, and I just need clarification, and that I
Right.
say, okay, this is where you're coming from, and yeah, maybe it
But if
is,
you
maybe
but nine, if you just listen to what I said, you can see it. Each time he started something, he said, "I'm going to expose," and everybody in the room is saying, "Expose what?" So that's what I'm saying. We have to be cognitive sometimes of that. Age does matter, and he's a young man. He's trying to get there. So I'm telling you, it takes a
but
whole lot of cojones to go to FYF's channel. I'm not going to say fit in, but to even become a part of the debate. For me, if you notice, I don't use profanity, right? So when I go to a whole lot of channels, I'm trying to how do I fit in? What do I say? What do I do? So imagine he coming here. He's never been here, but he said, "Big J, I've heard you on FYF before. I'm trying to fit in, man. I like what you do." But he says it, and this is why we always give people. See, it's like this when you're a creator, and Lamont knows this. You have to figure everybody out where they fit, where they stand, who talks the most, what they're going to say, how they're going to say it, and you got to be ready at any moment to either support or boo. You know what I'm saying? So when he was talking, I'm like, okay, yeah, he is young. Number one. So then he keeps saying exposed. There's something he's trying to say, but don't know how to say it. Because everyone in the room was like, expose what?
yeah,
Okay, so
but
people.
this is great for growth. As a new channel, you got to understand a lot
Yes,
are going to be firm in their beliefs and opinion. That doesn't mean
facts.
they're emotional like you kept throwing out there. It has nothing to do with that because I don't have a dog in the fight. I like
Right,
basketball, but I'm not a basketball fanatic. I just
right.
like basketball. I just like seeing great players play. Just like business, I just like seeing people great at what they do. But that has nothing to do with emotion. That has to do with the reality placed in front of you. You know, so this isn't a bad thing. It's good to hear the difference of opinions, but sometimes people need a little bit more than what you said because the little more is going to go a long way to calm the mind.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, but like you said, put certain things, man. We all been around everybody's channel, everyone, and we know who says what. And that's why some of the things he was saying earlier, I just didn't comment to. The reason I'm not there, I don't know the five W's and the one H. I don't know, so I'm not going to comment on it. But each time he kept saying, we got our panties in a bunch." That's not him saying that. That's something he heard someone else say. Trust me.
I don't
Trust me.
even know what
That's
Uh-uh.
those.
true.
That hey, look. Hey, look, y'all continue to bring up one part of my argument. My argument wasn't one sided. I had multiple versions and multiple parts to my point.
We're
Y'all act
supporting you,
like
Mike. No, we're supporting you.
no, y'all dudes are acting like all I brought up was a TV show and that was it. Man, y'all telling half the story, bro.
No,
Y'all only telling a piece of the story. If
No,
we was
no,
in court of law, if we was in court of law, y'all don't want to go into jail. I ain't. I'm
no.
waiting for the
Watch
case
this.
about the fault.
FY made it person. He made it right. He fixed it. He fixed that point.
No, Lamont ain't fixed nothing, bro. My point was valid.
Mhm.
did fix
What
it.
are you talking about?
That's what I said. I said your point was actually the most valid of all because
Yes,
you're coming from a level of proof. Like you said, I'm waiting until I see, as opposed to us, we're saying we think we've seen that he can do it based off what he's shown us, which that's why I said you
facts,
you actually have the strongest
facts.
odds of being right now because it's a there is a chance that he may not even get a contract offer from the Hornets and he may not be in the league.
That's right.
So
In,
the
in
odds and the
other,
odds are in your favor on that. Like if we're going off
in,
odds, the chances of making this roster right now, if I'm just being completely honest, I would say it's about 30 to 35%. A lot of things are going to have to fall into place for him to make this roster with other guys, contracts, other free agents that are available. And so they're kind of shaping up to favor him, but it's still he's still facing an uphill battle to make this roster, which is why so many other teams, like even I saw here in Phoenix, are doing scouting reports on him as well. And maybe another team will be willing to offer him a two-way contract. But I'm just saying he's fighting an uphill battle. We're coming
in
from the weakest points.
in other words, Lamont. All I'm saying, basically, what I'm saying is, I'm giving you a half answer right now, but I really can't give you a full answer just yet. I have to see what happened with him first.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
But if
Fact.
you have a point that isn't articulated properly, doesn't it make
Yeah.
that point
No. Say it right. Say it right. If I say something if I say anything you don't agree with, I'm gonna get in my feelings and I'm gonna get my pennies in a bunch. Right? Say it right.
Hey,
Go
I'm
Mike.
gonna
Go
ask the
Mike's
question
argument. It
again.
doesn't allow for him to have to elaborate on it. It's on
Facts.
us to continue to elaborate. He go
Right.
Mike's point is saying you guys are making your cases based off speculation. I'm basing mine's off.
Facts.
I can't
But
say he's an NBA level player until he gets to the NBA and proves it, which is
but
right now the strongest argument.
Then Big J
I,
brought up. Oh, if I could prove to you he's an NBA player, prove off what? Summer League? Man, stop it.
And I agree with
Stop
yeah,
you,
it.
Mike. Did I hold
but
on, Mike? Hold on, Mike. Did I agree with you? And I got quiet, which means I can no longer substantiate where I am. So I'm going to respect you by getting quiet. Did I not
So
do that?
so why is your other guy capping saying this nonsense?
but
Oh,
but
He's not
well, he
capping. He's
didn't
stating his
articulate.
opinion.
He said articulate. He's saying the same word like 100 times. Articulate.
But you're
He
becoming.
said it
Hold on. Watch this,
articulate.
son. Watch this. You're becoming offended by it, and that's what I've been telling you the whole time.
No. I'm
What? Hold
laughing
on.
at it.
But
You
let me
want to see
say
my
this.
face?
But
You
let
want
me
to see
say
my
this.
face? I'm laughing, bro. I'm not even
let,
taking him serious.
let me say this, Big Mike. What people say in the room, that's not your business. One of the best books I've ever written, I have a business too, was one of what you think of me is none of my business. So people can say whatever they want, do whatever they want. It doesn't offend me. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
defending. Yeah, defending. Good
hey,
job.
look,
No,
look,
I'm not defending him. I said me. You came in the
Now
look.
room with
go ahead
respect.
go
I'm
ahead
giving
and
you
defend him.
respect.
Go ahead and defend the biggest LaMelo Ball. I mean, LiAngelo Ball fan known to mankind. Go ahead and defend it.
I'm done with
Yeah,
that conversation, man. I respect you, bro.
I actually know basketball. We can have any basketball debate, and I will fry this dude on any debate. He don't know basketball.
Mike is crazy, man.
Lamont know I know basketball. I will fry this dude.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying.
But
That's about benign. Certain things you just have to let go, bro. Certain things
no,
you
no, no,
just had to let go.
no. This isn't about letting go. This is about learning. Because if you give your opinion, right?
Okay, Jesus Christ.
So even if your opinion is based on fact,
Okay,
we
Jesus.
we should have the opportunity to do a rebuttal,
I'm gonna get my
and
church shoes on.
have the opportunity to ask you specific questions to clarify. And that's all we've been asking the whole time. And you would not give answer the
But
specific questions about
No,
points that
say it
but
right. I
nine,
didn't agree with you. I didn't agree with you.
but
So
nine,
you mad.
but 9 days victory. Goat Mike is the
yeah,
only person here with an argument that's based out of fact. His argument is that he doesn't know if LiAngelo Ball could be good because he hasn't played in the NBA. That's the only fact here. Everything that we're saying
yeah,
is all speculation. That's why I say he has the
no,
strongest argument right now. That's why you kind of have to digress because we're not going to know until he actually signs an NBA contract and plays in the NBA. And Go Mike
but,
said if
but,
he's wrong, he will come back and admit he's wrong. He
yeah,
gave his argument and
look,
he gave everything to substantiate it. He's the only one with an argument based out of fact. I can only
no,
change by him signing a contract and playing.
no.
We are speculating.
He had an
He's
argument
acting
based
like
on
Nas acting like I'm hating. He's acting like I'm hating on the dude.
has nothing
I'm
to
not
do with
hating.
that.
You
I
acting
don't
like
think
I'm
he's
hating
thinking
on.
that. I don't think he thinks that, Go
No,
Mike.
look, he
Okay,
had an
okay, so
argument.
what are you trying to say, bro? What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say you had an argument based on facts, but was diluted with a lot of opinions. And we needed clarification on those opinions. Not the facts,
Man,
on the
man,
opinions.
I
He
know more
would not
basketball, bro. I can guarantee you have no channel, bro. I can guarantee you have no channel because if you do,
Stop it. Go Mike,
if
don't do
you
that.
do, if you do, I will come over there on your own channel and I'll fry you on your own channel. You don't want this work, bro. I know basketball.
I'm trying to tell you something, Nine man. And here's the reality. Lamont came over here, and what he did, he brought a reality to the understanding. And we have
I,
to look at that and say that's true.
no,
He brought
no,
what? Now watch this. He rose with Lamont and others. So what he did when Lamont came over, since he knows him, he gave us the constitution of what the reality is.
he bought a
Sometimes,
he
go
bought a
ahead. I'm sorry.
reality. He bought reality in the things that we didn't understand. So yes, I can accept it now because he brought it to reality because he articulated the missing parts of the reality. So now, yes, I can accept it. But at first, there were too many loopholes that needed to be filled. But now, Lamont, yes, he did fill those loopholes.
Right. And again, it has to do. You have to realize this, and I hope everyone does. And here's Dominique makes it so what Lamont just did. We'll never know if I can make it in the NBA unless y'all see me prove it in the
Big fact.
NBA. You
Big
understand?
fact.
And that's all. That's what he said, which will never happen because I'm not good enough to make it in the NBA in the league. So now here's another opinion, and what we have to do, I have to respect his opinion because that's his opinion, and that's all he was saying. But the thing is, Nine, which I was saying again, some of the YouTube channels are based on the premise of debate and certain things. And we have to understand that some people are built like that. And there's nothing you can do about it. But Lamont came and he put the words in a way, maybe it's an age thing, maybe it's our age. Because my son, he's about 26, 27. He talks some things. I don't even understand what he's saying. I just say, okay, it bounced my head. Okay, yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what he said until my wife said, baby, this is what he was saying. But watch this. And then when you use a pronoun he, that's offensive to some people. That's why I put the names up here so we can recognize individuals by their name. Because if you say he to somebody, that's almost like saying you don't matter. So all those things are important that we understand. I can't be a daddy on YouTube, but all those things we understand when we're dealing with people, because people, we all wake up different ways, go through different things every morning. Our social activity is different, and we have to understand YouTube is just a medium of understanding where people either come to agree or disagree. That's it. Where nobody's gonna fight each other. You can cuss each other out, but nobody's gonna fight. It's not gonna be that type of thing because we're not in that arena. So then, what we need to do as much as we can is get an understanding, and he's entitled to that. Go ahead, Nana, because I'm not trying to cut you off or be.
No,
There's no sides.
and what I keep reiterating is never a problem with the opinion. All I keep saying is he didn't lay it out the right way, and that's why we need
No. Say it right. I didn't lay it out how you wanted me to lay it out. I didn't say it the way you wanted me to say it. So that's why you're mad. Say it right,
no,
bro. I did not say it how you wanted me to say it. Be
That is
honest,
kind of
bro.
no,
true. That's kind of true.
no. If you watch the screen with the people commenting, they were saying the same thing I was saying. So it's not a me and you thing. Everybody
Why are we
watching was
addressing the
like,
comments, bro? Why are we addressing the comments? The comments don't matter. We on the panel.
no, comments do matter because that's the support base. So
Why
that
are we addressing somebody that's not on the panel though? Nobody cares. You're in the chat room. Nobody cares.
no, YouTube cares. So if YouTube cares, they
We're
matter.
not YouTube. Our name ain't YouTube, sir.
If YouTube cares, then it matters.
Nobody
You
care
you
about no
can get
chat room. Are you in the chat room?
no.
No. So why should it
Very
matter?
important.
The
You
chat room's
can
in the
you
chat
can
room.
Oh, Mike
For
is
Nobody care
crazy.
about
so
the chat
for
so
room, bro.
for Big J, hold
you're
on, for
gonna
Big,
debate with
hold on,
nobody.
Nine, hold on. For Big J, let's talk. Most of our moderators at time are in that chat room, and people who come in who are respectful are in the chat room. I appreciate them just as much as we appreciate the panel.
No,
All
I'm
right,
not saying you. I'm not saying you,
yeah,
bro. It's your show. I'm talking about. I'm
right.
talking about is if it's not your show, why are we addressing the comments if it's not your show? Look, look. My thing is this: I'm not gonna use comments to make my points if it's not my show. Big J, it's your show, so you have the right to go in the comments, blah blah blah. It's your show. But nine, this show don't say J and nine. It don't say Big J nine.
But but
It says Big
a
J.
lot of times
So nobody care about no
the
chat, bro.
the comments drives the show because you be on one thing and somebody might say, "Hey, what about this?" Now it leads you to another topic. Then it might ask, "What about this?" So you can't just brush it off like it's not important. Everything
I'm
should.
look. I ain't gonna be like you. I'm gonna agree to disagree, and I'm younger than you. I bet.
I, well, you're coming from a strange place that I don't even understand because you saying feelings,
Okay, and I
emotion.
respect your opinion, as a younger guy. I'm gonna respect your opinion. I ain't gonna be arguing with you.
Yo, Mike is something else,
So tonight, ladies and
Now how
gentlemen,
about
Leangelo.
this?
So
Huh?
tonight, Leangelo Ball gets to play tonight, so we get to observe him and to see and give opinions on tomorrow or with FYF, or we get to talk about it again at another time. But no, let me say this for real. Nine is a great fella. Let me tell you why I say that. Nine is, I'm not going to say what he does for a profession, but he's very business oriented. So even when he talks to me, and it's not personal, Mike, that's just who Nine is. When he talks to me, he wants everything. And I respect him because he is so many things that I can't talk about. But when he talks to me, I don't get upset and I'll take it. You know why? Because he's been places and done things that I need to learn. So what I do listen. And sometimes I have to go back and recreate the narrative, rewrite things because he's right. So what he's saying from a professional perspective, you need to lay it out to me. For example, let's say he's dealing with building a business or something. You can't come to him and this is what he does. You can't go to him and say, man, we're going to put it over there. It's going to be 5 feet tall. He needs to know exactly what I'm saying. And the blueprint needs to dictate and say the same thing. That's where he's coming from. But Mike is saying, well, no, man, I'm just going to tell you how I feel. And what happens is FYF knows how I'm feeling the same way. So what you have is you have two individuals who are on the different opposites of the medium, yet the same subject exists. LiAngelo Ball. So then the way to stop that is to when he signs, and if he does not sign, then we come back and we have a resolution based on information.
That's facts. Hey, yeah, you're right again. But my phone's about to die. I gotta hop off.
Okay.
But yeah, that like I said, like Go Mike's actually won debates on my channel, even when nobody agreed with him, because he came from a place of just simply fact.
Right.
And the other person came from a place of speculation. Even though we all agree with the speculation, we had to give the win to Go Mike because he brought more facts.
Right.
I've seen him win debates on my channel like that. So that's why I kind of have to I have to kind of digress on the LaMelo Ball hype, especially the people that say I want to wait till he gets to the league before I jump to any conclusion. So I think that's what Go Mike was trying to say the whole time. If I was wrong, then maybe he can correct me. But hey, salute, y'all, man. I got to get up out of here. I got to throw this phone on the charger.
All right, Lamont. Talk to you later,
bro. All right, y'all. Yeah.
Later.
All right, Lamont. But the thing you also did, you trying to compare this to a business, man. That's totally look. When I'm dealing with the business, because I already have my own business, I already have my own thing too. So my thing is when I'm dealing with a business, I don't address things the same way. The way that I address basketball is not how I address other stuff. I address everything accordingly. I don't address my mom the same way I address my dad. I don't address my sister the same as my brother. I address everything differently. I don't address basketball the same way I address having a job or financially or whatever I'm doing. It ain't the same thing. So we gotta stop that narrative right here, right now. The way that I'm addressing basketball is not the same as me addressing a job, bro. It's totally different.
But
there
are similarities what you could take from one business and use to help enhance your other business.
But you just said you don't watch basketball like that, right? You barely watch basketball?
No.
When did you start watching basketball?
No.
When did you start watching?
I'm not a crazy fan. I love watching players, not
You
teams.
don't watch
I
basketball,
love
do
watching.
you?
I love basketball is my favorite sport,
Okay, so when did you
but
start watching basketball? I'm trying to
I've
figure
been
this out.
I've been watching basketball since Magic Johnson, Larry Bird.
Okay, so how much basketball do you actually watch? Because I watch basketball daily.
I watch a lot of basketball, but if it's 10 games on, I'm not going to watch 10 games. I'm going to watch one game. So I'm not a
You
fan
see,
who's going to watch
that's the
10 games.
difference between me
I'm
and
going to
you.
watch
That's
the game
the
that
that's the
appeals
that's the
more to
difference,
me.
though. You don't watch enough basketball. That's the difference. I watch way more ball than you do, and I play ball.
And,
Y'all still there?
what does that mean? You got to explain to me what that means.
I've watched ball and I've played ball. And like for example, I've had a lot of situations like for example, when you apply to a job, you have to prove to the job that you're a good worker, that you're gonna do a good job. You gotta prove to them that they ain't gotta watch your every move, stuff like that. They put you on a most jobs they put you on a probation period. But now I got my own business.
Hold
But
on,
I'm just
hold
talking
on.
about but
Let,
I'm just
let
talking
me
from
let me let me stop you real quick because I see the problem. Instead of you
what is the
saying
problem now?
you say instead of you saying I have to prove to my boss, you said I have to prove to the job. And that's where the disagreement is coming in, is because
Oh my
yes,
God. Hey,
you're
hey,
trying
hey,
to
hey, you know
say
what,
the
bro? I
right thing.
can't do that. Hey, bro. Big J, bro. You have a nice day, bro. I cannot do this kind of energy, bro. His energy, bro, is rubbing me out the wrong way. He's got too many emotions. He's all over the place.
You,
He can't let
you
me.
said
He,
the
he can't let
right
me.
thing. Not
He cannot let me have, bro. You talking to a CEO, bro? You talking to a dude as a CEO of a business. He over here saying
but
all this nonsense, bro. Bro, I ain't got
you
time for this,
said
bro. Hey, Big J, bro.
to your job.
Big props to your show, bro. I
Yeah,
cannot
I'm gonna
deal with this dude.
subscribe. I'm
Adios,
gonna
adios.
subscribe to you, bro. I'm gonna subscribe to you, man.
Hey, I appreciate that, Big J, but I can't deal with this dude. Nah, man. He talking to a CEO like he a scrub or something, and I don't like that. I ain't LiAngelo Ball. I actually got a big time job in the NBA. LiAngelo Ball ain't in the NBA yet. I'm already a CEO, and I'm young, so I ain't got time for this nonsense. I'm gonna go to the chat. Nah, you keep capping, being emotional, not letting guys have an opinion. But guess what? It's freedom of speech, buddy. Adios, adios, sayonara.
Uh,
Hey, nine. I gotta get. I gotta get off, man, and get ready for the game tonight, man. I holla. I holla. I
this
holla.
this was very eventful.
Oh yeah, no, hey, you know what? It's always good to be honest with you, bro. No matter what goes on, it's good, man. I like the young kid, man. To be honest with you, he brought a difference that we've never had before. So what it did, it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot, and I really appreciate him. Like I say, I'm gonna go subscribe to his channel. I'm down for helping any African American person who's trying to create something. Anybody, Lord forgive me for saying African American. I'm down for helping anybody who's trying to create something. Man, that's what it's about. It's not about me. It's about there's no I in team, and we have to remember that together, everyone achieves more. But I know exactly what you're saying, man, because I've been around you long enough now that I know I got to dot the I's and cross the T's. And
Yep.
and that's good because it helps me as I'm beginning to grow with my podcast and all these things. I'm able to put it together now. But guess what? Sometimes it's going to take others a little bit longer to get there. So I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, no. I agree, and like I say, I'm not trying to argue, but you have to say stuff correctly so your point doesn't get defeated. That's all I'm asking for. Say it correct so everybody can understand. But he want to take it as an attack. I don't have no reason to attack him.
Right, but
But
the thing was, I don't think he was really taking it as an attack. And like I say, people have to understand when a person owns a business, when they do this, there's a certain level from those who work for you that you expect. So there's like I did with about the building a business, and everybody's at different levels. And what we have to, you can't call people to work on the top floor of that building who's only knows how to lay the cement and work on the bottom floor. We all have to get to those levels. And see, with you being the leadership and the owner, you know what has to happen. But for others, it's going to take time.
Yeah,
And
I
then
think I think
we
it
have
was. I think that was the problem. Is if you come at me, you got to come in a professional way. You know, if it's not
right.
professional, I just can't let certain things slip by when I know, man, it's not right.
Right.
You
But
know,
watch this. The more we do this, the more you're gonna have to let it slip by and realize, I'm sorry, but this is not your business. And sometimes you're gonna have to realize that these individuals don't work for you. And you're gonna I know it's hard, but you're
no,
gonna have to cut them some slack.
no, but it's not about that, Big J. It's about everybody, like you say, being the best you can be.
Facts.
And I
Facts.
cannot accept anyone being less. That's just not in me, Big J. That's who I am. I want everything to be right and professional, and but it's not a shot at anybody. But if
Right.
you say something, if you say the wrong word,
Right.
and
Yeah.
you use the wrong word in the narrative, then now I have to attack that word, because what you're trying to say and using that word in there, that changes the whole narrative, and I cannot let stuff like that slide.
And then what people and I want people who could be still we still make sure you hit the like. We still have people in the room. Nine just doesn't talk the talk, he walks the talk. If you're in need of a business or you can do certain things, he'll help you out. As long as you have the backing, he'll help you out. So that's the reason I support and stand by him, because he helps other minorities become business owners. That's why I do stand by that. And he corrects me all the time. He corrects
I
DMAC all the time.
I
And that's
I
just and that's what we love it, man, because we get a
I,
chance to be something different.
I'll give you a little story that happened today.
Mm-hmm.
A guy came by to look at a job. He said, "Okay, I charge you 3 grand." I walked him outside because he was with his girlfriend or his wife.
Mm-hmm.
I tell him, "Hey, you got the job, 4,500. Buy your wife something."
Mm.
So
See?
that's the kind of stuff that goes on scene. I've done help so many people you would just not understand.
Right. And that's why I try to make it even after the song and dance is over with. After we go through that, after we go through the disagreements, let's make sure that we all know each other. And because you never know who's a millionaire on here. You never know who you're talking to. You never know who can help your channel grow. That's why I treat everybody right, man. If I go off on you or you go off on me, hey, that's why we got Instagram. I'm not gonna give you my number, but we can DM each other and talk about it. And that's the
But but
reality.
but it's not coming from a place of emotions. Emotion
Right.
has nothing to do with this. If
Well,
you
he's
have
not. He's not on anymore. So I don't want to really dialogue that
no
with him not being here.
no, I'm talking for me,
Right.
because I'm talking for me. This is not
Right.
coming from a place of emotion. This has zero to do with emotions.
Right.
This has to do with your argument, your supporting arguments, your facts, your opinions. Emotion is not even on the radar. So I don't want people who watching and viewing say this is this has nothing to do with emotion. This is talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the movie The Real Debater so everybody can see what the real debate is.
What what how can talk and be construed into emotions? This
Right.
has nothing with
Because
emotions. But
I mean, Nine, there's a level of debating that's going on YouTube right now, like with Kwame Brown. And a lot of guys realize that people watch this, and then I got to go. A lot of people love drama. And I think a lot of content creators are starting to understand that the way to get better views, the way to get more people to come into your channel, the way to get people listening in and tuned in, super chats, is to do what? Create controversy. So you have to understand, and I have to understand, that's what a lot of people do, because it's economically beneficial to those individuals who create it, allow it, or cause it. Most channels right now on YouTube, the narrative is negative based on debate, and people flood those channels. They're not going to flood Big J because I don't cuss. I don't do all that other stuff, but we try to bring information. So what am I saying? Those things are relative today on certain channels. But I got to get out of here, Nine, man. We appreciate you, bro, so much. We'll see you the next time we come on, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate you.
yeah, I got one more thing to say.
Go ahead.
Emotions clouds logic.
Facts. And judgment. Facts.
Yep, that's it, Big J.
Facts. All right, man. I'll holler at you. Talk to you later. Everyone in the chat, we really appreciate you. Thank you for being on with Big J. And let's talk. Until next time, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Have a great one.